were to welcome, give some remarks about what inspired you to create the film, the documentary, and then now also.
Bill was someone who, as many pictures as he's taken, over 3 million images. It will be the most important archive in the history of New York City. Not just fashion or street, but society and culture and everything that was happening. And to see it now, he never ever wanted those images to go into a museum. And so I certainly didn't want to do a museum show. And so this whole idea of an experience, because that's what they're called right now, it's understandable, and I think it's great. And this is absolutely that kind of an experience. I've seen these pictures for 5 years now, and I've lived with them on big screens, on my little computer, on my phone, and to see them now flashing this way before you, or before me, it's very emotional. And the idea that we're seeing the past and the future, which is what this room is. Some are his, the black and whites are his most, and the colors are Shutterstock photographers and other photographers. It's overwhelming.
That's how I got involved in working on collaborating on clothes. This is Kennedy, because she used to come there when she was, I think, there are all 5 things on sale. More of the time. It was the soda chain.
As a person, his passion, I mean, a lot of people in the fashion and the society world talk about their starts, but he slept on a foam mattress, not even a mattress, foam rubber, on top of a crate of all of his pictures for 40 years. And he shared a bathroom with everyone on the 12th floor and never had a kitchen for 40 years. But he didn't care. But yet he could take his bike out, go out onto the street, and be this incredible Nostradamus of what was going to happen next, long before Vogue discovered it, long before anybody, and they'll tell you this, he was the guy who saw it way ahead of everyone else.
So that is in about the 70s, I took to the streets more and more and more, because I can't wait to go out more. I can't wait to run out more.
He saw the cut, he saw the clothes, and he saw how when somebody jumped over the ice, how their clothes moved and how people sort of worked with them.
Yeah. Yeah. I just got a bike to ride around, and I just love it. It's fun to get around. And you see things, you see. The other night at the public library.
He was singularly focused, the most singularly focused, passionate person I've ever met in my life. And some people ask me over the last couple of years, was he lonely? He was definitely not lonely, but he lived in this world where the camera to him, he went out with it every single day. He was a very shy person. In the film, he gets very emotional about, sometimes he's very shy and he can't bear to take a picture. But he also sometimes puts the camera up so he doesn't have to talk to people, so he can scurry away. And not because he doesn't want to, because he's shy. And so he's an incredibly sensitive man. Designers would send him clothes to Carnegie Hall Studios, and the doorman would say he died, and they'd send it back. He never ever accepted anything. And when people did try to give it to him, his friends, he wouldn't talk to them for 6 months. He just never wanted to cross that line. So yeah, he's a character. It's not just fashion. He's a character. I mean, people say to me that, oh, he hated all the attention that he had with the blue jacket after the movie came out. He hated all that. He didn't hate it. If he hated it, he wouldn't have worn the blue jacket. He could have made it black and not be as noticed. So that's what I loved about him as a character. Certainly not just fashion, but an unbelievable New York character.
not down in the subway where you can't, when you see other things in the subway. But this way you're up and you're free like a bird. Everything is free.